Welcome to Dasanti Discoveries. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most fascinating organs in the human body, the brain. It's small, making up only about 2% of your body's weight. But did you know that it uses around 20% of your body's total energy? That's a lot of fuel for such a tiny organ. So, why does the brain need so much energy? And what exactly is it doing with all that power, even while we're resting or asleep? Let's explore the energy-hungry brain and uncover the science behind its amazing functions. Let's start by looking at the basic facts. Your brain, which weighs roughly 3 pounds or about 1.4 kilograms, is a powerhouse of activity. It controls everything you do, from thinking and moving to breathing and digesting food. But here's the interesting part. Even though it makes up only a small percentage of your total body mass, it uses an enormous amount of energy. In fact, about 20% of the energy you consume through food is used by the brain. That means if you're eating 2,000 calories a day, 400 of those calories are dedicated just to keeping your brain running. To put that into perspective, that's like the energy you'd burn from walking 4 or 5 miles, except your brain does this every day without you even realizing it. But why does the brain need so much energy? What is it doing with all that fuel? The brain never really takes a break. Even when you're asleep or just sitting still, your brain is constantly active, performing a range of important tasks. While it might not seem like much is happening when you're resting or daydreaming, the brain is still working hard to keep your body functioning and to process information from the world around you. One of the brain's main jobs is maintaining homeostasis, which is the balance of all the body's internal systems. This includes regulating your body temperature, heart rate, breathing, and digestion, all of which happen automatically thanks to the brain. The brain also controls your senses, processes emotions, and stores memories. Even during sleep, the brain is busy organizing and consolidating memories, making it ready for a new day. But it's not just the basic functions that take up energy. Whenever you think, plan, solve problems, or learn something new, your brain is firing up different regions to handle these tasks. This constant activity requires a lot of energy in the form of glucose, which is your body's main fuel source. Glucose is delivered to the brain through the bloodstream, where it is broken down to produce energy. To understand why the brain uses so much energy, we need to take a closer look at how the brain works on a cellular level. The brain is made up of around 86 billion nerve cells, called neurons, which communicate with each other through electrical and chemical signals. These neurons are connected by synapses, tiny gaps between cells where messages are passed. Every thought, movement, and sensation involves these neurons firing off electrical impulses, which send signals from one cell to another. This process is known as synaptic transmission, and it's one of the most energy-intensive activities in the brain. Think of neurons like tiny electrical circuits. Just as your smartphone or computer needs power to process information, your brain needs energy to send and receive signals between neurons. And with billions of neurons firing every second, the brain's demand for energy is constant. This communication between neurons is crucial for everything you do, whether you're reading, talking to a friend, or playing a video game. In fact, about 2/3 of the brain's total energy budget goes towards supporting synaptic activity. The remaining energy is used for basic cell maintenance and supporting other functions, like repairing damaged cells and removing waste products. Now, you might think that when you go to sleep, your brain takes a break and uses less energy. But the truth is, the brain remains highly active during sleep, so much so that it still uses a significant amount of your body's energy. While you're asleep, the brain goes through different stages of sleep, each with its own set of activities. During deep sleep, the brain focuses on physical restoration, repairing tissues, and boosting the immune system. But during REM sleep, the stage when most dreaming occurs, the brain is even more active than it is during waking hours. REM sleep is essential for cognitive functions like learning, memory consolidation, and emotional regulation. During this phase, the brain processes the information you've gathered throughout the day and strengthens important memories while discarding irrelevant ones. This requires a lot of energy, which explains why your brain's energy consumption stays high, even while you're resting. In fact, some studies suggest that the brain may use even more energy during REM sleep than when you're awake. So the next time you wake up from a vivid dream, just remember your brain has been working hard all night. So, we know that the brain uses a lot of energy. But where does this energy come from? As we mentioned earlier, glucose is the primary source of fuel for the brain. Every time you eat, your body breaks down carbohydrates into glucose, which enters your bloodstream and is delivered to your cells. But that's not the only thing the brain needs. In addition to glucose, the brain requires a steady supply of oxygen to function properly. In fact, your brain uses about 20% of the oxygen you breathe in. Oxygen is essential for a process called cellular respiration, which converts glucose into usable energy within the cells. This combination of glucose and oxygen allows the brain to produce ATP, adenosine triphosphate, the molecule that powers cellular activities. Without enough oxygen or glucose, brain function can quickly decline, leading to symptoms like confusion, dizziness, and fatigue. In extreme cases, a lack of oxygen to the brain can cause permanent damage or death. That's why maintaining a healthy diet and staying active are so important for brain health. Foods rich in glucose, like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, help keep your brain fueled, while physical exercise promotes better circulation, ensuring that oxygen and nutrients reach the brain efficiently. Interestingly, the brain is highly adaptable when it comes to energy use. In situations where glucose levels are low, such as during fasting or prolonged physical activity, the brain can switch to an alternative fuel source, ketones. These are molecules produced by the liver when the body breaks down fat for energy. This ability to use ketones allows the brain to keep functioning even when glucose is scarce. However, glucose remains the brain's preferred energy source, especially during tasks that require intense concentration or mental effort. The brain is also able to adjust its energy consumption based on the task at hand. For example, when you're doing something mentally challenging, like solving a math problem or learning a new skill, the brain will allocate more energy to the regions responsible for those tasks. On the other hand, during routine activities or moments of relaxation, the brain may use less energy, allowing it to conserve resources. The brain's energy demands are not just about keeping it physically functioning. They also play a crucial role in mental health. Research shows that when the brain doesn't get enough energy, it can lead to a variety of cognitive and emotional problems, such as difficulty concentrating, memory issues, and mood disorders like anxiety and depression. In fact, many mental health conditions are thought to be linked to disruptions in the brain's energy metabolism. For example, studies have shown that people with depression often have reduced glucose metabolism in certain areas of the brain, which may contribute to the cognitive and emotional symptoms of the disorder. On the flip side, maintaining a healthy brain by ensuring it gets enough energy can improve mental clarity, boost mood, and enhance overall well-being. That's why activities like regular exercise, eating a balanced diet, and getting enough sleep are so important for both physical and mental health. So, why does your brain use so much energy? It's simple. The brain is always active, constantly working to keep your body in balance, process information, and support everything from memory and learning to movement and emotions. Whether you're awake or asleep, your brain is consuming a significant amount of energy to keep you functioning at your best. And while the brain may only weigh 2% of your total body weight, its impact on your life is enormous. Understanding the energy needs of your brain can help you take better care of it by feeding it the right nutrients, staying active, and giving it the rest it needs. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the amazing world of the human brain. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. There's so much more to explore when it comes to the human body and mind. So stay tuned for more fascinating discoveries. Until next.